This is video 4 of the site lighting tutorial series. Step 6. Complete the Luminaire layout. Now that we have the templates defined, laying out the luminaires to meet our predefined criteria is straightforward. We could locate additional luminaires using the locate or locate and orient options, and then use a variety of other capabilities AGI 32 provides to finalize the design. There is no single correct answer when placing luminaires to meet criteria. But certainly, some options are more cost-effective or provide a more spill-light conscious solution than others. Most likely, your first attempt will fall short of meeting criteria, and modifications will be required. Let's begin by deleting the location with orient of 90 degrees. That's the top one. It does not provide the minimum illuminance needed at the edge of the lot. Up here, the green contour is 0.25. The blue contour is 0.1. Most likely we're going to fall fairly short in the corner. We'll use the delete luminaire command. Click delete. You can just click on a contour to make it easy. It becomes highlighted. Right-click the mouse and it goes away. You can save your file if you like at this point. Now let's copy the first pole that we placed to get a feel for spacing by matching the 0.25 contour, that's the green one, close to the edge of the lot. We'll use the Luminaire copy command. Select the luminaire. You can click on the symbol or on the contours. It's highlighted. Notice the lower left-hand corner of the screen says select or enter a point to copy from. It's most likely going to be the pole. Let's zoom out a little bit. And let's move over. Along the center of the parking median, let's look for the 0.25 contours to align. We can see how far apart the poles are on the bottom left corner of the screen. It looks like we can probably stretch it out to about 80 feet. We don't quite meet at the edge of the lot, but let's assume we have the flexibility to allow levels to drop slightly at the perimeter, say to 0.2 foot candles. That's the RP20 minimum for regular parking. It's going to provide a much more spill-light conscious solution than trying to meet 0.5 at the very edge. Right-click to terminate the command, as we don't actually want to drop a pole right now. We'll use the array command instead to array from the original position. Before we do so, let's measure the distance between the two parking medians. Zoom out a little bit and use the measure distance command. That's 130 feet. Let's go to the array command. Notice we have several choices. We're of course going to use a rectangular array. There are also choices within the array dialog. We'll use dynamic array placement. Let's set a pole spacing of 80 feet left to right by 130 feet top to bottom. Click OK. Notice the lower left corner of the screen says select first luminaire in array. Select the luminaire. Drag to the boundary point on the right side and click, and then drag just beyond the boundary point on the upper side. Notice there's some tiny dots. Those show our luminaire locations. Click again. The array command is complete. With the array complete, we can use the swap luminaire type command to change the back-to-back in the upper left corner to a single luminaire. Let's do that. Swap luminaire type. Click on a contour. Let's change it to the single luminaire. Let's template the single luminaire. Looks like we're 90 degrees out of orient. We can change this in a couple of different ways. We can use the reorient command and do it graphically, or we can use the edit luminaire command, which we'll do, and do it in a table. Change the orient to 270. That'll face the luminaire south. Okay, one more step. We need to place a single luminaire at orient equal 180 in the upper parking area. This will help us illuminate the entryway and the accessible parking spots here in front of the office tower. Let's change the command to locate. Select the single luminaire. Change the orient to 180. Click locate. And let's drop that location right there. Right-click to terminate the command. This is good for our first pass. We're ready to get some calculation points on the ground to be able to evaluate the results.